Welcome back to another episode of the Block Runner Podcast. I'm your host, William. Always here. Wait.
Damn
it.
Wrong.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah, dude. What a fail. We need a, we call those blooper reel? Yeah, dude. Bunch of that.
Actually, they're very rare, so
Uh,
it's gonna be a while before those are found.
okay. I'm sure.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Rovi, and MScribe, and today we're gonna be talking about DTAO.
DTAO day, dude.
It's today, yes.
As we
Dread Bongo led us wrong. He said it was gonna be tomorrow, but it is in fact today.
did he on
He did.
Valentine's Day?
14th.
I'm super glad it's not on Valentine's Day.
You should have worn your Valentine's glasses, dude. But
That's crap. I forgot all about that. Oh well. This is just imagine heart-shaped glasses, guys.
yeah, but it's not Valentine's Day today anyways.
Yeah, but still, we need to embrace the holiday spirits, you know.
Yes, and today is quite the holiday for DTAO and Barry Silbert.
Yeah, if
We're
you don't have a hot date tomorrow,
At least you have Barry Silbert.
and AI,
Yeah.
and more specifically decentralized AI, I guess. And like, you know, I don't know. What else do you do when you don't have a hot date on Valentine's Day? You speculate on subnets, clearly.
Obviously.
Well, the good news is you have that ability now as of literally like 15 minutes ago.
Correct.
Of us pushing this record button.
Yeah,
So we were sitting in the Discord.
that's right. We were listening to Jacob Steves
Yeah.
have a monologue.
Yeah, with his community, right?
Yeah.
And like roughly 600 people were there, like listening, waiting for God to like, you know, split the oceans
Yes.
in order for us to like, you know, get to the other side, which is like DTAO.
Right.
And it was pretty. It's one of those things you don't get to experience too often. It's like the launch of something that you don't really know if this is going to be like the most important thing or not, right? It's like,
Well,
it's hard to gauge.
I can
the
infer
significance.
that it's very important because if you look
Yeah.
at this tweet from Yuma, it says Houston, we have DTAO, live from Yuma Mission Control.
Right.
And look at this Mission Control, dude. This is way more advanced than what we have.
Right. Yeah, there's Yuma, if you don't know who that is. Isn't that Barry Silvert's like
Yeah.
cartel?
Entity, yeah.
Yeah, so that these guys I think are at the helm of essentially determining, you know, which of the subnets they want to invest in and support and such. So they're basically they get to do what we do at a much grander scale, right? Lucky them.
Yeah.
We get to like play with the pennies. They get to play with the whole stack, you know. So
That's right.
So yeah, they're obviously were in preparation like us, and they're very excited. So they decided to capture this moment in, you know, PNG format.
Yeah, we were going to do this live too. We were going to record it as well, but it was
Yeah.
like,
It was like we probably would have been sitting there for like an hour before
Yeah.
the actual launch happened, because we've done that in the past.
Yeah.
Where it's like a big launch is imminent, and then we're just like sitting there recording. It's like, God damn, it's just delay.
it's good EOS days, dude.
Yeah, but this one actually was pretty good. Like, Kant came in, spoke for like 15, 20 minutes, and then he's like, all right, we're upgrading the chain.
That's right.
And then he's like, all right, it worked. Whoa, big shocker. You know, I thought it was going to not work, I guess.
Yeah.
But it turns out it did. And then,
And people were aping into the alpha tokens.
yeah, the next picture here, this is the first snapshot. Oh, no, not that one. Where is it? You got to find it now, dude.
Oh, no. Not
No.
this one?
Like, check the tabs. Click on the tabs.
Oh, let's see.
Wow, you don't have it, dude.
Well, what am I looking for?
Oh, man, the first, like, snapshot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see
Well,
that.
it's in the
All right,
crypto spec. It's like a screenshot. Damn it, you must not have clicked on it or something.
screenshot.
See that screenshot?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like hidden, dude.
Just
Hold on,
literally in
hold
front
on.
of your eyes, dude.
let me pull it up over here.
Yeah. So this is the first, like,
Yeah, here it is.
this was like the first snapshot taken, I think, of like, I guess the CLI, like, UI or perspective of what's going on in these subnet markets. So if you zoom in on market cap, like this is like the first, yeah, is it.
Yeah, this is like the picture of Neil Armstrong taking the first step on the moon. It's
Yeah, that's-
essentially the same thing.
That's what I mean by it's hard to gauge, right? Is if like 10 years from now, Bittensor actually succeeds in its mission and Barry Silbert's right, this is bigger than Bitcoin, which is one hell of a claim, right? But assuming some reality 10 years from now, that's true. Comes true. Right?
So you're looking at a market cap larger than Bitcoin 10 years from now. 10 years from now, Bitcoin's worth over 20 trillion.
Yeah, there have to be like some serious like contingencies around this, right? I mean, AI is a big deal, but
Yeah.
you think it's not as big of a deal as value.
Yes.
I disagree. I think new value that you can't even understand in your monkey brain will be created.
I don't doubt it. I mean, AI is that powerful.
It can, yeah. So we're gonna get new novelties that emerge because of AI, right? So
Yeah.
and if Bittensor all of a sudden is the network that hosts and houses all of this intelligence, then yeah, I mean, look at this. This is like peanuts.
Yeah. So market cap's at 5.86 million.
That's the root network. That's like everybody who was like locking up their TAO
Yeah.
to validators, it all got ported there. But all these other subnets, I mean, we're talking like what's 30
this?
TAO? How much is 30 TAO? That's like
30
a
TAO.
few $1,000s.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's literally, you couldn't start any lower than this, dude.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's it. Go ahead, guys. If you want to posterize that, put that on your dormitory walls. If you're in college, you could do that, right? If you're that into this kind of stuff. You know?
That's great.
Yeah.
I would do it
Would
if
you?
I were in college.
Yeah, why not, right?
It's like, this is the future, guys.
Right next to that stupid Einstein picture with his tongue out.
Yes, that one.
Everybody had that in their college dorm room, right? Right next to periodic table.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. We're fucking nerds if you had all that on your wall in college.
Who doesn't, dude?
You're supposed to have like sports memorabilia and shit like that.
No,
No?
it's lame.
Okay.
All right, let's see what Sammy is saying. Later today will be the most significant upgrade in Bittensor's history, on par with the significance of the merge for Ethereum. Remember the merge, TJ?
I do remember.
We all remember that.
Those good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except instead of 5 years to implement the upgrade, dynamic TAO will be developed and implemented within a year. So that's today.
Yeah.
Today, every subnet will receive its own fair launch token and protocol native liquidity pool, initiated with one alpha subnet token and one TAO. So one TAO right now is about $350, both with max supplies of 21 million.
Yeah, so we're going to get a slow drip essentially over time. So it's a systemic like tokenomics emission for every single subnet token. And
so the TAO Foundation, they're supplying the one TAO, right?
I don't know. I suppose. I mean, it's all there.
That's
Every single
interesting.
subnet has its own essentially like, individual liquidity pool, right? And they're being used right now. We're going to show you here in a second. But ultimately, the big takeaway from this is, the urge for caution because of like these low liquidity environments initially.
Yeah, I mean the liquidity starts at $350. So
Yeah. Well, let me see. Let's open up some TAO stats and see.
yeah, so I'm on TAO stats right now, and Bittensor's market cap $3 billion. And if you go to transfers, here are the transactions. So this is real time happening right now.
Yeah. How's it look, dude? Let's zoom in on some of these values. What are people aping into as we speak?
So this is like a minute ago, and we're looking at TAO, 10% of a TAO, no, 1% of a TAO.
Yeah. Whoa.
47 TAO, 18 grand.
On what? Damn it, we missed it.
We missed it.
Wow, that was cool. Damn, dude. What? Somebody just like nuked
Yeah,
a ton of TAO, I think.
I think so. No
because
way.
there's not enough liquidity for that kind of a port.
Yeah, and that's why we're looking at, here's the values, $4,
Yeah.
$15.
Yeah, I made a few purchases myself. I was hitting like 5% slippage tolerance. If you don't know what slippage is, it's like, you hit that little cog on the interface and you get to set your slippage tolerance, which is basically how much you're willing to lose on any swap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
5% is like tolerable for me, but ideally you don't lose anything. But that requires liquidity, right?
A ton of it, yeah.
Yeah, so my purchases were like literally like $50 a piece,
Yeah.
at a time. Just, so then I think that's the advisable approach here. This isn't like a pump.fun experience, guys. So if you're like doing max degen type shit, I wouldn't really pay attention to this for now, right?
Yeah. Just, you got to wait a few months before there's like actual like meaningful liquidity. That way you can port, $5,000 without losing.
Yeah, and like you gotta allow the market to like actually understand what these subnets do, right? So here's some good recommendations.
Yeah. So if you're going to invest in some of these alpha tokens or subnets, which ones should I invest in? So this guy has a handy list. Templar, so training and distributed. Target, it's number 4. Inference and hosting. Dataverse, number 13. That's data scraping of, I guess, Reddit.
And X.
Oh, yeah, and X.
That's important. So that's essentially, I mean, we just interviewed Cookie DAO, which will be posted on Saturday.
Yeah, correct.
We had a deep discussion on the importance of data scraping and, the utility of that, how that's going to essentially be leveraged by all agentic like models of the future. So these types of service providers, I mean, they're essential, right? And there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
emerging.
there's compute. We're hosting GPUs, training, and more compute.
Yeah, we're fans of Shoots just because it seems like they're making a lot of like impressive benchmarks and such. So
Yeah, offering DeepSeek R1 for free.
yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, definitely go into each of these individually. You got time, guys. I don't think this is like, 1,000x is going to happen overnight for any of these.
No.
But could happen over like a longer time frame, which is why, you want to study up and be present whenever like, the market matures a bit.
Yeah, so finally here we have a Forbes article. I think this was posted today. No, yesterday. And they basically say decentralized AI is going to overtake ChatGPT and things like DeepSeek. And Bittensor and Barry Silbert comments on this stuff. So I do recommend this read. And if you are new to DTAO and TAO, we have a few videos talking about Bittensor. We introduced Bittensor over a year ago where the price was at $60.
2 years ago when the price was at $20. You're undershooting our excellence.
It was at $60 and then it crashed at 30 and then it went ham from there. I remember that day vividly.
Well,
because I remember buying at 60. I was like, damn, I could have doubled my
you
pot.
bought too high, dude. That was the problem.
Yeah.
But then whenever we got Const on here for an interview, it was around $20, $25.
Oh, was it? Okay.
And then since that interview, it has only gone up.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're welcome, TAO community, for our coverage. Just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I think now that DTAO is like officially here, we have an semblance of like an active market economy now, like centered around this whole network of open source decentralized AI efforts. And again, the umbrella, like unity for all of that is Bittensor and the TAO token itself. So it's a sensible ecosystem approach, which is why I think, Forbes and Barry Silbert and such are like so heavily like locked in on this. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on outside of Bittensor as well, right?
Well, yeah, a ton. I mean, Bittensor is not the only one offering a platform for AI, but it seems to be one of the more prominent and heavily invested ones that exist.
Yeah, so it's worth keeping tabs on. Let's go back to TAO stats just so you guys understand what's happening here. Right now, as of recording this, it's the only like front end interface that's like working where you can actually like partake.
So let's look at one subnet here.
Let's look at Masa since we've talked about it in the past. I think that's 42. Real-time data.
42. Here it is.
By Masa.
Real-time data.
So again, another data aggregator. It's important. So this is the new like interface. You're gonna kind of like, it's got your standard stuff. I don't think the charts are working right now.
Charts don't work.
And then
here's the buy and sell interface. Connect your wallet. And then here's the real-time data here.
Yeah, so simply this, connect your wallet that has some TAO in it if you want to slowly start, slurping into these positions because you believe in these subnets. And remember, what you're actually doing. Yeah, you might be making speculative bets, entertainment bets on these subnets, but you're actually, I think, like, determining, the emissions of TAO itself to these subnets by partaking.
That's right. Yeah.
Ultimately, that is what you're doing by contributing your TAO to these like subnet alpha tokens. It's if enough people port their value to support a subnet in comparison to all the other subnets, then this subnet will therefore have higher TAO
Yield.
revenue, yield, whatever. Therefore, theoretically, it should accelerate their progress and development and such. So
Correct.
which, who knows? Maybe that means one of these subnets actually capitalizes pretty well into the future. Produces a monetizable product, which would be nice, and then maybe some future kickback to people who are holding alpha tokens.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. And
Speculation.
And if you didn't want to speculate and you still wanted to earn TAO, you can purchase TAO and then stake it into root.
True.
That will directly earn you TAO.
TAO. Yeah, that's if you just really don't want to.
Yeah.
Deal with all this uncertainty.
Correct.
There's a safe option for you as well. Or you could just not do any of this and just move on to the next video. That's an option too.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened today, and yeah, so this is something that we're going to keep up with over the coming weeks, because today there's 64 subnets. Tomorrow there's probably going to be more, not specifically tomorrow, but in the near future.
Yeah, I think Const on the Discord call was saying roughly every 5 days or so you should expect a new subnet to emerge.
And he said that it wasn't free.
Yeah, it's not free. There is some sort of Dutch auction component to this. So it's kind of again, another let the market determine, the going market rate for subnet registration, which it's fair. So, and
doesn't it start at, what do you say, 1 million TAO or something?
No, that's what it is right now, so that nobody can register. But that's going to be lifted, and then an auction process to kind of figure out what is the appropriate market
price,
spot value for a subnet, and then it'll probably trickle down from there, and we'll see more subnets come in. And yeah, that should be interesting. See what kind of value gets attracted to this network, right? Because at the end of the day, TAO is very valuable. It's a multi-billion-dollar asset. It's shown a lot of strength over the last year in the market. And there's been a ton of volatility.
The TAO emissions are near $1 billion a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's that's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot of value just being just
distributed. Yeah.
Think of it as an oil rig. It's just oil just pooping everywhere, right? And it's
yeah,
you just got to be there, ready to scoop some of that,
With your cup. It's
your cup.
I need some.
Right now, only 64 cups are allowed, but every 5 days, a new cup.
Yeah.
Right? And then some cups, get kicked over. Whatever. Yeah. That's a visualization of market competition, right?
Yeah. So, so we're just going to keep up with this, and I guess there's no more updates around this. If you guys have any questions around subnets, specific subnets you guys want us to research, we have a couple kind of that we want to look into, like shoots and masa and things like that.
Yep.
But if there are any more, let us know in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.